You wake up and the house is unusually quiet. No buses, no engines, no distant rush. Just a different quality of silence, like the world decided not to start yet. Snow is reflecting into the room, brighter than usual, too bright for a normal weekday. You look out the window. The snow is already there, covering everything evenly. Cars still, streets erased. A school bus parked in a lot, buried and unmoving. You turn on the clock radio, static. Then a list of school names, read slowly, without urgency.
Martin Luther High School, Northrop. Medford, public and private, all closed now. Mountain Lake, that's a change. They're closed now.
When yours is said, nothing else is required. The day is already decided. The radio said it once. That was enough. After that, the news moved quietly, from house to house, phone to phone. Someone called your parents. Your parents called someone else. The line stayed busy, but nobody rushed. There were no updates, no corrections, no one filling the silence. Nothing new was needed. Snow days weren't rare. They weren't dramatic. They didn't come with explanations or debates about whether it was enough. They were ordinary interruptions. The system knew how to stop. And when we remember them now, we tend to remember the sledding, the snow forts, the hot chocolate. But those aren't the whole memory. The euphoria didn't come from what we did. It came from what stopped happening. Snow days didn't give you time off. They removed obligation. You weren't behind. You weren't missing anything. You weren't visible. Everyone was paused at the same time. Outside, the world was still there, just quieter. Snow falling straight down. Footprints cutting fresh lines through yards and sidewalks. Kids pulling on boots that didn't quite fit. Gloves soaked through in minutes. You could go outside, and the outside felt different too. No schedule pulling you back inside. No clock waiting for you to return. Just time that wasn't owned yet. That was the hidden function of snow days. They suspended expectation. They erased visibility. They removed negotiation. And most importantly, they took the decision away from you. The relief didn't come from resting. It came from not deciding. As kids, we didn't have language for that, but we learned something anyway. We learned that the world could survive without us for a day, that nothing broke, that nothing collapsed. We learned that stopping didn't cause failure, it just caused quiet. That lesson didn't just fade away. It became incompatible with how the world started working. Before the snow even arrives now, we hear about it for days. Forecasts, models, projections, experts explaining what might happen. By the time the first flakes fall, the stores are already empty. Milk gone, bread gone, shelves cleared for a storm that hasn't done anything yet. The conversation arrives before the weather. Back then, there wasn't much to say. All we knew was that it might snow, and we'd deal with whatever came. Today, the snow still falls. The street is just as quiet, cars still buried, sidewalks erased. But the silence doesn't mean the same thing anymore. You wake up and check your phone, not to see the snow, but to see if the email came through. Is school closed? Is work delayed? Is the meeting still on? The question isn't whether the day has stopped. It's whether you're still expected to show up inside it. The snow didn't cancel the day anymore. It just moved it somewhere else. We traded a physical barrier for a digital bridge. And in doing so, we burned the only pardon we had. There are real gains in that. More safety, more access, more continuity for people who need it. We gained the ability to never miss a moment. But we paid for it with the inability to ever truly leave one. The pause didn't disappear. The responsibility for creating it moved onto the individual, which is why the feeling still lingers. You don't miss the snow days because it doesn't snow as much. You miss them because they were one of the last moments where the whole world was allowed to stop.